What's up, boys and girls? This is your boy Manga Bus 3000 here today to talk to you about Seraph of the End. Yo, yes sir, yes sir. If you haven't watched it, you want to be like, well, let me see if it's worth watching. Go watch it right now. Go watch it right now, and then come back to your boy Manga Bus 3000. Go watch it. Go watch it and then come back because I'm gonna just go ahead and talk about the whole plot and I'm gonna ruin it for you. You know what I mean? Of the episode. Go watch it. All right. Anyways, the story is about a boy named Yui, or I forgot his name. Anyways, he's an orphan. The story begins about around his background, his back life, what happened to him in his past, and pretty much it shows where when he was around 8 years old, he and his friends were walking down the street and a big disaster started happening. People start dying because of a man-made virus. We don't know, right? So everybody's dying who are over the age of 13. They're all dying. So the kids are okay if you're under the age of 13. So the kids, you and other kids run to their orphanage to find out people are dead over there, and they get rescued by what we find are vampires. Okay, we don't know what the situation is, but the vampires are taking over, and they're taking the kids. Couple years later, 4 years later pass, and we see Ur and his friend Miko, just living in a new facility. They're older, and they're still with the people from the orphanage, who they consider family, more than just bunk bed friends and whatnot. They're family because they all came from that same orphanage, and pretty much they living in this all in the same roof. Okay, you hates the vampires because of the way they treat the humans, the kids. They'll walk past and step on their feet, and these little kids, you know what I mean? These little kids are playing on the floor, and the vampires will step on their hands while they're playing on the floor, drawing on the floor without any remorse. You know what I mean? And so he doesn't like the vampires. He wants to kill the vampires. Mika decides, little to use knowledge, Mika devised a plan to escape the facility, right? By donating blood to one of their monarchs. He was able to go into the monarch's house and take I think he was a lord, I forgot his name, and take the lord's map to leave the facility, because I guess it's in cave facility, and it just so many, it's like a maze whatnot to get out of there. So he uses the map to find a way out, and then he takes one of the lord's pistol. He gets back to where all his family members are staying. They eat some food and they bounce, right? Next thing you know, they bounce. They go to the exit, and when they get to the exit, they find out they was tricked by the Lord. After the Lord's like, yeah, I just like playing games. He slaughters the kids. He chops them up. Like, you don't see it because it's censored, but at the same time, you're like, wow. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe this is actually happening. So, at the end of the day, it's you and Mika, and Mika pretty much sacrifices himself so you to get away. And you had an issue adjusting with the orphanage when he first joined the orphanage, because his mom killed herself, because she was like, her husband, your father, was a fucking monster. Okay, what does that mean? A monster? What does that mean in title? I have no idea what that mean. But it could be foreshadowing. Since we're dealing with vampires, we could also assume whatnot that maybe Yul has some form of monster blood, and he can combat the vampires. We don't know. But his thing is, when he went to the orphanage, he didn't want to accept the orphanage. He just was like, I'm here because I'm here, but he didn't want to accept the orphanage. However, people from the orphanage were like, come on, man, we all family, and I guess from that point on, he did hang on with them, but he didn't really accept them, or at least admit that he considered himself part of the family until at the end when they all died, and then he accepted that they were family. And that's when it's like, yo, this is my family. I can't leave my family. And when Mika was dying, you know, he's like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? And I can't lie, you grab that pistol, right? Because the vampire lord pretty much fist Mika through his chest, right? Fist him through his chest. I'm talking about One Piece A style, right? Fist him, right? And you just picks up the pistol out of nowhere and did that Shanks move and blew the man's head off. Boom! We don't know if the vampire is alive or not, because last time I checked is you can't kill a vampire by shooting his head off. Certain ways to kill a vampire. We don't know. So anyway, you'll leave the facility, right? He has a chance to leave his facility, and then he's met by some guys outside of the facility who think that you might be part of a prophecy. Okay, I don't know. It just says he's part of a prophecy, and he was supposed to help the researchers find a way to fight the vampires, which he could be more of an exception if I'm right about that father monster thing. He could be more of an exception to the thing, or maybe because of the conditioning what he had, because he was with them for 4 years, the vampires for 4 years, and so maybe that was some form of conditioning he had that lived the air he breathed. He developed some form of immunity towards the vampires. Okay, after that they show you 4 years later, and I guess 16, 17 now, and he's wearing an official military garment that's like seemed like he's he could he's some form of soldier whatnot, and then that's how the story ends. Plot wise, it was a lot of plot for me. It was a lot of plot. I liked the fact they gave a backstory, and because normally you'll watch an anime and you won't know the background of that. It'll be the main character will be shrouded around mystery, and you won't know the background of that main character. You won't know, and I think that's cool that I know already something. Granted, we still don't know what's up with his father and his mother, too much detail, but it was a lot of plot, and I liked that. And they was able to mix the plot with some action scenes, and the story progression was really good, and the animation was straight. I think this is one of the animes you guys should watch for this season of anime. So let me know what you guys think about this anime. Okay, go ahead and hit me up and let me know what you think about this anime. What other anime I should watch, not miss out on. This one seems like one I shouldn't miss out on it. So but all anime, pretty much a bunch of animes that are good season openers. But this one seems like a really good one. I've never seen this form of plot yet, And besides, from what I hear, the studio that made this anime are the same ones that did Attack on Titan, and I don't get no type of feel about that. I can't compare, but hopefully, the animation is up to the same quality of Attack on Titan, and yeah, just let me know what you think about this review. Hit that subscribe button for your boy. Jump on the bus. You know what I'm saying? You got your bus ticket. Till next time, I'm your boy, Manga Bus 3000. Holla at me.